Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Madison, and today I'm going to be giving you a plant tour of my Ikea cabinet since we just recently kind of gave it a good zhuzhing in there. And I'm really happy to tell you that the humidity has stayed up at 85+%. I think it's at 86% right now since we put the weather stripping in there. So really happy about that. It has been very successful. We'll see how long it stays with all of the opening and closing of the doors. But yeah, hopefully it'll stay on there for, I don't know, at least a solid year or something. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into this plant tour. Oh my goodness. So pretty. You're so pretty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's my girl. Do you want to show them plants? Should we show them these plants in here? Let's do it. Okay, so let me crack this bad boy open very carefully. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to move that guy, but we'll get to it. So here is just sort of a brief overview. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and get started on the bottom shelf first. So let me just kind of get on down here. I do have 3 trays of the Anthurium seedlings in front of the cabinet here on the floor, but we're not talking about them today. We're talking about these guys. So here is kind of an overview of what this looks like. I went ahead and hung a plant here. We will get to exactly what that plant is in just a second. But yeah, I put a bunch of new plants, not new to me, but different plants in the cabinet that haven't really gotten any love for a while. So I'm really excited to kind of, help bring my own attention back to some plants that I do absolutely love, but I just kind of forgot about because of where I put them. Okay, so here we are on the bottom shelf. I apologize for the fan noise. I will try to cut as much of that out as I can in the editing process, but there is a fan just right back there, so that's why you're hearing that if you are. But let's just go ahead and start looking at these here. So the first plant that I have down here is the Scindapsus pictus exotica. At least I'm pretty certain. Yeah, this is the exotica. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love the Scindapsus because of how big and juicy these leaves get. Like, these are just little baby ones here. Such a beautiful plant. Such juicy leaves, and I love that like silver sparkliness. Now hopefully this isn't too much light with this light, pretty darn close to it here. I do worry about it getting really bleached. This leaf does show a little bit of like extra light color, but I think that's been there since before I put that in here. So I think that's probably just due to like lack of nutrients or something like that, because they've definitely been getting neglected. So yeah, Scindapsus exotica, absolutely recommend. If you have like trouble taking care of Scindapsus, you probably won't with this one. And I mean, look at her. She's just so luscious and delicious. So how could you not love her? All right, the next one in here is the this guy here. He's so beautiful. He is a little rough. Yeah, we're a little rough. Look at that. Oh boy. So I think as far as like the issue with this plant, I think it's kind of a combination of things. My thinking is maybe too much fertilizer at one time, maybe because of that like almost orange ring around that burn mark there. And we have like some kind of oranging of the tips here. So maybe that's it, but it also could be a watering problem. Honestly, I'm not sure. Drop any notes in the comments that you might think this problem is, but we do have, I want to say 2 growth points happening at least. Yeah, there's at least 2 growth points happening down there. So he's definitely, still growing. We're not dying. We're just not looking great. But that goes for, honestly, a lot of the plants in here. So bear with me. This next plant here, this guy climbing up, is a more tricky plant, at least for me to take care of. This is a Philodendron melanochrysum. It's very small still, so it still kind of looks like a Micans almost, which I don't have a Micans right now, but oh boy, do I want one. So watch out, Micans, I'm coming for you. But yeah, this is a melanochrysum. It is such a beautiful plant when the leaves are like very mature, which I think is kind of hard to do in your house because they just are so finicky. But the really mature leaves are just long and beautiful, and they look quite different than these, but still beautiful plant. Not doing great, but you know, it was in the bathroom for a really long time, so it's getting a new life in here. Then here we have a stump. Couldn't tell you what she is. Maybe a, yeah, it's some sort of anthurium. It's either an Anthurium forgetii or something else. I don't remember. And then this beautiful, beautiful plant. Oh my god, this is so pretty. This is a Begonia maculata whitei. Such a beautiful plant. This was sent to me so kindly by one of you lovelies who watch my videos, so I'll thank you so much. I don't think I'll ever get over how beautiful this plant is, and like all the other ones that you sent. So beautiful. And then this guy here is one of my Anthurium seedlings. We're going to see a bunch of these in here. Not as many, you know, as are on the floor here, but we're going to see a good amount of like some of my favorites. So this is a hybrid that I bred together, which sounds crazy to say, of Anthurium silver blush and Anthurium forgetii. Look at that leaf. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I'll never get over it. It's so pretty. And then this little sad dude here is, what are you? Labesia species real. Yeah. There is a teeny, if I can get you in real far in there. Can we focus on something else? Not the bag, doesn't want to. But a leaf right in there. He, you know, maybe two of them. I don't know. We'll see how he does, if he survives. And then this beauty here, it's such a cool color compared to like the rest of the green plants in here. This one's like a silvery kind of blue tone. It's so gorgeous with like almost yellow veining on this one, it looks like. I don't know if you can really tell. Hopefully you can, but God, it's so pretty. But this is one of my Amedria medium silvers. So gorgeous. So, so gorgeous. When this guy gets a little bit more mature, the leaves will sort of like branch out and fenestrate quite a bit, and they're just such cool plants. And they're not super hard to get, you know, more mature looking leaves, at least in my experience. But they do want to be constantly climbing on stuff, so if you don't have it situated on something so it can climb, all you're going to get are runners. I've got a couple of these elsewhere in my room that just have tons and tons of runners and like no leaves, so do be aware of that with the Amedria. Next, back here we've got this big beauty. This is another Anthurium. This is a, oh gosh, it's a Doriaki crossed with something else. I cannot remember for the life of me. I'm so sorry, but very beautiful plant, looking a little sad as you can tell by this leaf back here. Pretty sad. But it is flowering over here. That little wiggle worm right there is its flower. It is still, oh, where am I going? It's still pretty young, so there's no nectar has formed yet, no pollen, nothing like that. So it's still just doing its thing. But yeah. Oh, and then we've got this guy hanging up. This is a Hoya something or other. It's a Hoya something or other, and it's so beautiful. If my flippin' camera will focus. What's your deal, dude? It's got that black margin. So beautiful. So, and I'm hoping, I don't know, it was doing really well once upon a time when it was in a greenhouse. So I'm hoping that this, you know, this environment, more similar to its last one, is going to be, I don't know, just making it ready to grow. So hopefully. That is the entire first little level here, or the third, depending on how you want to look at that, the bottom level of the cabinet. There we go. And now this is the middle shelf on the cabinet. I have been keeping this light off, but I am going to turn it on for the purposes of this video so you can actually kind of see what's going on in here. But this was like my problem shelf initially. It just did not look nearly as good as like the upper shelf, which we will get to, of course. But it was just looking not great because I just didn't have like any sort of height differences going on. Everything was just like the same level. So I found two other, and I think I found that in the video where we put this all together, but I found another little riser here for this anthurium to sit on, and wow, does that just make it look so much better, at least to me. It could still use a little bit extra goodness going on, but I'm happy with where we're sitting at right now. So let's start on this side here, shall we? So first here, this is a beautiful philodendron splendid. No. Philodendron glorious. There we go. Oh my God. So cute. But yeah, this is my philodendron glorious. Grew this out from just a little sad cutting, and you know, it's doing okay. It was another bathroom plant. Poor guy. Now this is the newest leaf. That's why it's such a gorgeous color. It will fade to that more of a green color rather than this beautiful chartreuse. You can really see that pink margin too. Very, very fine margin of pink, but it's there. And oh my God, it's so beautiful. I feel like I'm really shaky today, so I apologize. The next little guy in here is yet another one of the anthurium seedlings, one of the hybrids. Here's another one here, and oh, another one right here. And this one looks like, if I can grab it out of here, has a new leaf coming in. Look how cute she is. Oh my God, so long. Loving that. Again, those are, what are ya? Silver blush cross with forgetty eye. So, so pretty. Do you have anything going on, sir? No, not pregnant or anything, but beautiful. Beautiful. Look at it. It's like damp even from all of the humidity up in here. And this next one here, oh my God, this is one of my favorite Hoya. It started as just like a really small cutting. I think it was just like these 3 leaves right here. Like there's this little weird wrinkly one back here, and this guy is very dusty. But this is my Hoya fungii. And yeah, he was just those 3 little leaves, and he's grown so freaking much. I just love this plant. I love Hoya, y'all. So beautiful. Yeah, Hoya fungii, such a cool plant. These are the 2 newest leaves. They look almost like they're a little sun-stressed or something, but God, they're so cool. You look like such a weird old plant. Now, we've got another stump here. Oh, this is a stump of Anthurium clarinervium. So, wish her luck. And then we've got this little cutie. This is a philodendron. No, not splendid. Wait, what were you? You were okay, yeah, splendid. Yes, that was right. This is a philodendron splendid. Good Lord. It is a hybrid, as is the glorious, if I didn't mention. I will have the like hybridized cross. What am I trying to say? We'll have the crosses listed for any hybrids, at least that I know of. So you'll see that on the screen here for the splendid, and then you will have also seen that for the glorious when we were talking about her. But yeah, philodendron splendid. Not much to say. She's on the struggle bus, but hopefully she'll be doing all right. Beautiful plant, though. You can really see that it is definitely a hybrid of melanochrysum. You can see that coming through in there. So beautiful. So cool. And then this guy here, such a cutie patootie. This is another plant that I had just like been ignoring forever. I honestly am shocked that it's still alive. It definitely needs like some support. As you can see, we're quite droopy, but that's fine for now. I kind of like the way it looks actually. But this is a philodendron, what are you? Philodendron pedatum, or pedatum, however you want to say that. I'm sure I'm, pronouncing things different than other people do. That always happens with plants. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong on any of these pronunciations, like if it's just god awful. But yeah, this is a philodendron. I just said it and I already forgot. Come on, brain. Oh, philodendron pedatum. Good Lord, you guys. Yeah, such a cool little plant. This plant here is like the main reason why I have been keeping this light off, because I just feel like she was getting a little bit bleached, and she's also just not happy with me in general. I do think if we pull her out of here, yeah, honestly, I think she probably just is ready for a repot, because we've got some major roots growing in there, and I just watered this, and it is very dry. Like I watered everything in here around the same time. Pretty much everything has seemed like it is still totally fine. But this guy is really dry. Like you can hear that, right? It sounds dry. But yeah, this is my Anthurium Queen. So Anthurium Warqueenum Esmeralda. Such a beautiful plant. I got this guy from an Equigenera pop-up in Denver. And it was much bigger when I bought it there. You know, it's kind of gone through a little metamorphosis of dying back and regrowing. But you know, we're doing the thing. That leaf looks really good. So beautiful. Like, I think that is more like the color it should be, and that's the color this one is. So, you know, not the best, but that's okay. All right, now we have probably the saddest little philodendron pink princess you've ever seen in your whole life, but we do have some cute, super pink leaves here, so I won't hate on her too much. But philodendron pink princess, not much to say on that. You know, it's there. And then this beauty, this is one of my favorite plants right now. It's so beautiful. This is a Philodendron Majestic. It's another hybrid of something. So I'll have it on the screen for you. I'll do some Googling. But such a beautiful plant with that like silver splotchiness. It almost kind of looks like a Soderoy, or even maybe like, what's the other one I'm thinking of? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, Brantianum. It kind of looks like a Brantianum, but it'll get much bigger. So, so cool. And then this guy up on his little pedestal that I found in the closet to really kind of help this whole section out a little bit, give it a little bit more balance and height, you know, differences. This is a philodendron. Oh, no, it's not. This is an Anthurium silver blush. So this is the mom plant that produced all of the seeds to make all of those seedlings down there. And then also the seedlings in here, which we'll get to. But yeah, this one has just been a powerhouse of an Anthurium, despite it only being a one-leaf wonder right now. It's just been such a good plant for me, and I don't know, it's just like ready and rearing to reproduce and make babies, and it's just such a fun experience to be able to do that. And I don't know, I just have a lot of appreciation and love for this plant, and it's just so beautiful. Like, look at that. Are you kidding me? This is the top shelf. This is my favorite shelf. It's so pretty. I just love it. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It could use like something else taller back here, but I've got this guy, which is growing, so I'm not going to move him. We'll get to that guy. Okay, where should we start? Let's start in here because these are fun and exciting to look at. Ooh, look at that. We've dropped down to 65%, but it'll go back up once we close this back up when we're done. But these are more seedlings. These are not the same as these guys down here. They are in fact different, but they are from the same mother plant of the Anthurium silver blush. I just don't remember what I crossed it with. So, or even like what the options could be, frankly. I honestly don't remember. So we'll see what happens, what those guys look like, but they're so cute. And I think like almost every single one, if not every single one of the seeds that I got has popped and sprouted and is growing a leaf. So super successful. If I'm being totally honest, I really feel like Anthurium seeds are super easy to grow. Like I've never really grown seeds before or from seed before. Doing that first round where I got like super lucky and I got like almost 200 seeds, and it was super easy. So don't be scared to try it. Maybe watch some videos. I have a couple videos on it myself, and like the process that I went through. But you know, watch some other videos, do some research, but it really is so easy. Oh my god, my arm is really shaky. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it was super easy and such a fun experience. Just like be able to grow something from seed, from nothing essentially, and grow it into a whole ass plant or a bunch of plants is so cool. So I highly recommend you try it if you have Anthurium and they're starting to flower, but you don't know what to do. Now you know. Rub them together. Okay, so let's keep looking at this top shelf here. We've got the Anthurium warqueenum. She is gorgeous. Well, I mean, if we're being totally honest, she looks pretty shit. But, you know, the idea of her is beautiful despite how sad she looks. But if you look back there, we've got a growth point. So it's doing something. I do feel like this is probably another one that could use a repot. So maybe we'll do that in the next like week or so. And then back here, we have another stump, but a stump with something growing. This honestly looks really weird growing right here. I don't even know. Like, it looks like a root more than anything. And this is another root right here. So I don't really know. Oh, there is. But there is a little teeny tiny red growth point right there. Doop, doop, doop. So it's growing. So we'll see what that is. I feel like that one is probably the Anthurium forgetii. And that one is something else. I don't remember. I'm terrible. Okay, now we've got more, you guessed it, more of my seedlings. This is more of the silver blush forgetii. And another, ooh, that's a beautiful leaf. A little rip, so pretty though. This is new, if you couldn't tell, that color difference. So beautiful. Anthurium are so cool, you guys. This little guy is super cool. This is an Anamedrium zipalaminum, something like that. Such a cool little plant. Let me pull it out so you can really check her out. Because it's just like a little finger plant. How cool is that? Sorry, I am shaky as hell. Oh my goodness. But beautiful plant. I dig it. I'm really excited to see her thrive because I really just forgot about her. I can't believe she's alive. So go you, buddy. This one is another one that one of you lovelies sent me. I freaking love this plant. It's some kind of philodendron. Do I remember? Absolutely not. But it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I do need to turn that on. Yeah, there we go. And we've got, can you see it? A new little growth point right there. Oh, such a beauty. Like, hello? Gorgeous. Okay, so here we have another Hoya. Look at how beautiful she is. Oh my goodness. I freaking love this Hoya. Again, I don't remember what this is, so I'm really sorry. Comment down below what you think this is. It's got a little bit of splashing. It's got beautiful veination, that dark green veination, and it is just so cool. I've not had any peduncles or any blooms or anything like that yet, but hopefully one day. And she's just kind of going everywhere right now, and I'm loving it. I encourage it. I love it. Okay, back here, we've got this little cutie. This is a philodendron soderoy, just a little baby. I have another cutting on another shelf, but not in the cabinet. Obviously, you would have seen it by now. But yeah, beautiful little philodendron soderoy. Again, sent by one of you lovelies. So thank you all so much. Like, the love that you give to this channel and me is astounding to me. Like, it blows my mind that anyone ever watches my videos ever. So thank you so much for listening to me gab on about my plants. It's so fun. Okay, here's another one, again from one of you guys. This is a philodendron molted dragon and just a philodendron green dragon as well. This is the only leaf with variegation, so I'm kind of hoping that we start to see some variegation pop out. You can see we've got some growth that's happening back there right now as we speak. So it'll soon outgrow this spot and just need to like be sitting on the shelf itself and not on that little stand there. But for now, I just love the height that it gives this shelf, so I'm gonna leave it and we'll see what happens with those leaves. So it'll probably get moved pretty soon, but man, it looks so good right there. Okay, and then we've got another, what are you? I feel like this is another Splendid. It's a little bit bleached, like especially on these lower leaves, so I thought it was maybe a Glorious for a second, but it's not. It is a Splendid. You can definitely tell by this leaf here. You can see those melanochrysum traits. It's such a cool plant. I definitely feel like philodendron hybrids, specifically melanochrysum hybrids, are so much more easy to take care of than the melanochrysum itself. There's that other Splendid. So pretty. Okay, oh, and then I went in like such a weird order here. I've got this guy here. Oh no, we've lost a root to some rot there. I definitely need to pot this guy up. Here she is. This is an Anthurium radicans cross luxurians. Isn't she beautiful? Now, the water's super murky. I have not actually like dumped it out and cleaned it and refilled it. I've just like topped it off. not best practice, but you know, it's living, it's doing its thing. It's definitely ready for a repot, like in an actual pot of soil. If I show you down in here, we're looking pretty gross. It's very algae filled, and yeah, we've actually lost a root there. If you see that little dangler there, it's moldy. It's just, it needs to go. So yeah, that's another plant that needs to be put on the repot list for the next like upcoming weeks here. Let me know if you have any like topics you want me to talk about or anything like that in a repot, or if you have like any questions you want me to answer, anything like that, just let me know. There she is. That is the cabinet looking much more jungly. My camera overheated, so I had to close the cabinet doors for like less than 5 minutes, and we are already back up to 78% humidity. Amazing. So we're going to be, once I like close this for good for the day, we will be back up to that 85, 86% humidity in no time, all thanks to this little flap of whatever, plasticky stuff right here. That is amazing. I will link the video where we did that weather stripping. It was just, I think, the last video that I put out for you guys. So I will link that up above for you guys and in the description if you want to see just so I figured out how to do that weather stripping. It was my first time weather stripping anything. I was very nervous. I put it off for so long. I put it off, honestly, for years, literally years. And that was so not necessary because, oh my God, was it easy? It was so easy. So I definitely recommend weather stripping your cabinets. There are a bunch of different ways to do it. You definitely don't have to do it the way that I did. That is just the, like, honestly, the cheapest way that I could think to do it. And I will also link the, what's it called? I'll link the weather stripping. There we go. I'll link the weather stripping in the description for you as well, in case you want to try it the same way that I did. That came with 2 rolls of the weather stripping, and I only needed 1. So I have 1 extra roll as well, so that if, you know, if that stuff starts to peel off or something like that, I'll be able to easily reapply it before having to go out and like look for the next best thing to try. So I'm really happy about the weather stripping situation. Let me see. I've been talking here for like a second. Okay, it's still at 76% humidity, but still, it's amazing. Before, ooh, ow, before I wasn't able to get my humidity in that cabinet higher than like 50% ever. It was essentially just like the same humidity that is in the bedroom here. So, you know, it could only get so high, whereas in there, it can get boosted up. And I would definitely not want my room and all of my stuff to be sitting at 78% humidity, or especially not 85% humidity, but the plants love it. It reminds me of having my greenhouse like up and running. Oh my God, or not greenhouse, my grow tent, there we go. And then once I move, I will 100% have my grow tent up and running again. That was just like its own little oasis in itself. So if you have space to get some sort of just, you know, cheap grow tent popped up in your house somewhere, that's another thing that I really highly recommend, because it's just so nice to have, like, first off, a dedicated spot where you can have like all of your like most prized possession plants, especially if you have like little ones running around, or if your pets like are not so great about getting into your plants. That's a really great resource to have, is just to have like a zipped up, secured place for them to be. And then you can water recklessly, you can spray for pests recklessly. You don't have to worry about the water and the spray getting everywhere, because the whole thing is waterproof and like sealed tight. So there's so many benefits. It's so, so nice. So I definitely recommend doing that. See, I'm rambling now. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to talk about in my next repotting video. I don't know if that's going to be the next video that you guys see, but probably pretty soon, because there's a lot to do. And I should actually do it. So let me know what you guys want to talk about in the next repotting video. If you have like a specific topic, or if you have just like some questions or something that you've been wondering about my plants, about me, about whatever. You can get personal, you can get planty, whatever, get random, whatever you want to ask. Maybe I'll put like a question box on my Instagram stories as well, so that you guys can ask on there. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.